easy. But making a first impression isn't about just standing in front of an audience. It could be an audience of one. And sometimes that audience of one is more frightening than an audience of many. We've had that opportunity. We've met someone. They've asked us, tell me what you do. You pause. Okay, well, I'm the mom of 4 kids. Is that the story they want to hear?
No.
Yes. I'm a composition and humanities professor. Is that the story they want to hear? I am the chief storytelling officer of Rebel Coach, a company that I founded with my sister. Is that the story they want to hear? I'm a ghostwriter. And before you ask, that doesn't mean I write about ghosts, and I have never written for anyone famous. So tell me about yourself, Allison. Which story do I bring up? Knowing your story, knowing who you are in a specific situation is important. Whenever you go to a meeting, a conference, a networking event, think about it ahead of time. Envision what it will be like. Being prepared takes practice, but it also takes that visualization. It takes that idea of, you know what, I'm going to think about it for just a few seconds, because when I think about it for just a few seconds, I'm that much more prepared than I would have been otherwise. If you don't practice, you don't deserve to win. It's not really about winning. It's about winning an audience. It's about creating a connection. And that's what we're here today to learn, is how to create a connection with your audience. I have no idea how this thing works.
I put down the down button.
Down button? There we go. Reroute your answer to something you know. Allison, tell me about yourself. I've already told you I know 4 things about myself that I can share with you, and maybe that's not what I want to share at all. What I want to say to you today is, Allison, tell me about yourself. Well, I am one of many people. However, Toastmasters is my passion. I mentioned this to my small group. This is not a giant infomercial. However, we are all very thankful for our journey with Toastmasters. There are lots of different places to practice your public presence. You can practice in front of the mirror. You can practice in front of a fake Zoom call, or even on your cell phone and just record yourself. You can practice when you talk to the bank teller. Ask them a question, and chances are they're going to ask you one back. Describe yourself as the solution to a problem. When you meet someone, especially if you're at a business event, describe yourself as a solution to a problem. It's not so much that you're the solution to the problem, but it's that you're a trustworthy person who they can talk to about their problem. And if you are not necessarily that person with the solution, you can help them find the solution. And of course, having that story prepared, I already mentioned there's many that I have, but conclude with an open-ended question. When I put all this together, I want you to remember the word pitch. We've all heard of that elevator pitch. You need your elevator pitch. But I want you to think of the word pitch. We have practice. We have trust. We have confidence and helpfulness. When you meet with individuals, one-to-one, one-to-many, You want to be helpful. When you are helpful, they remember you. We're here today to learn a little bit more about our public presence and about our impromptu speaking, about those moments when we encounter people who ask us questions and we want to be prepared to answer them. And when we can create that connection by our public presence, practicing our public presence, having trust, having confidence, and being helpful, our audience will remember us. And even if we're not the solution to their problem, it's going to stay here, and they will put it in their mental Rolodex and pull it out when they need it. You will become that person that they think positively about. And if you're not the solution to their problem, you might be the solution to a friend of theirs problem, right? That's how networking works. Being helpful. When you're helpful to someone else, they in turn remember you, and that's how they can help you. Practicing, of course, we can do that all the time, do it all day long, do it at the bank, do it at McDonald's, do it wherever you go. Think about it ahead of time, ask somebody a question, hopefully they'll ask you one back. Practice keeping in time, because time is short, particularly if you're at the bank or at McDonald's. They don't want you to stick around, but you might have 30 seconds to be able to answer a question. Having that story prepared will be something that's beneficial. And then again, asking open-ended questions. So audience, I'm going to ask you, what helps you when you are in impromptu situations? I want you to think about that as I hand this back over to Andy.